Oh my god, my hair is like insane. Time now is 12:40 afternoon. I'm freezing to death. Um I slept from 3:40 to 12:30 basically. Almost 9 hours of sleep. Wow, amazing. It's been I think it's been 8 days since I've had a full night's sleep. Last Sunday I was still like, you know, waking up early for church. But yeah, ooh, good ass sleep. That's a good sleep. I did not wake up once in the middle, and I think I had a sweet dream. Like I dreamed that I reunited with my secondary school classmates again for the umpteenth time. I've dreamed about that. And also, it doesn't seem like it's raining. It looks kind of sunny and shiny. And if that continues to be the case, I may actually go to downtown LA to watch Civil War. It's a bit risky because I have less than 2 hours to eat breakfast, do film a review, and have lunch, and then bounce. But it is possible if the breakfast and lunch in question are really, really simple. Okay, yeah, my hair needs fixing. Yeah, so I'll have some cereal. I'll finish off the Trader Joe's frozen tacos. I'll eat canned soup, like a New England clam chowder soup. And that's pretty much it. Last night, not productive at all, but I mean, can you blame me? I just spent maybe 8 hours on a film set. I'm a little tired. But the art history group project is definitely something that I need to do. Holy crap. Okay, I'm gonna need to use my hair dryer to fix this because now this is just a helmet. Um, but yeah, yeah. 3 days until the due date for the group project, and nobody has done a single thing. Especially Jason, this guy. This guy is just free riding at this point. Um, so I'm gonna have to initiate it. I'm gonna have to force him to do some stuff, even though I'm literally carrying it for him. Um, but yeah, I'm also gonna have to read a lot of religion textbook, because of the silly book report, which is still better than the research paper, honestly. Um, but yeah, not much else. I really don't have much else to do or say. Hopefully, today's short film set gets me to another one, gets me to another one. Hopefully, I get to edit for ETC, and that gets me somewhere. Hopefully, I attend the HKSA general meeting, and that gets me somewhere. And, meet more people, get more experience, etc., etc., etc. The gravy train doesn't stop. And that's pretty much it for today. Yeah. Woohoo. Yeah. Fuck, it's raining so bad. No, 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 you go first. We go first.
I said don't flake the fucking building! Got it!
Suddenly it's not raining again. I lived in this hotel back in 2016. All right, time now is 9:41 p.m. Yeah, so not a lot to say really. Just gonna quickly wrap up today. I haven't had dinner. But yeah. So I woke up And I felt good because I had a 9 hour sleep, and I was debating myself whether I should go out to watch Civil War, and I ended up deciding to go out and watch Civil War because I'm just that big of a cinephile. It didn't really rain much. When I walked outside, it was like little shower, like small shower. It was a small sprinkle of rain. It was fine. And I decided to wear my black sports shoes instead of my Crocs because I thought, well, there's probably not going to be much rain. And boy, was I wrong. At some point, the rain started getting worse and worse and worse, and some water did end up seeping into my shoes, but only some. It wasn't detrimental. But the detrimental thing is right now my right toe is hurting. And if the socks are wet and the socks sort of wrap around my feet for a prolonged period of time, it's a terrible idea. So I had to take off my shoes while watching the movie. But even so, I don't know, hopefully it's going to be okay. Took a bus back home. I had to wait 20 something minutes in the cold for the second bus ride. It's miserable. LA transportation is fucking miserable. Came back home and I realized, well, haven't worked out in a while. I should work out and then take a shower. So I did. And now I realize that holy shit, I actually have a lot to do today. Not only do we have homework, we have 3 videos to edit, I have an anime to finish, but also a bunch of miscellaneous things. So hopefully I finish them all as much as I can. And I haven't even had dinner. And I want to sleep early because I can't, sleep late anymore. 3 a.m. tonight, please. Or at least 3:20. Let's say 3:20, right? It's good that I'm not getting the 4 a.m. curse anymore, but still, gotta keep backtracking. Another thing is, last night I found out that the tuition for summer is $9,000 something, $9,200, which is still very fucking expensive, but thank God it's less than, 1/3 of the spring tuition. The 9,000 number actually came from, per unit. So it's still like 2,000 and something dollars per unit, which is still fucking insane. Because one semester at my community college is 2,000 and something dollars. So it's still ridiculous, but yeah. I'm more scared about the fall semester paying tuition. I'm more scared about that. But hopefully by then I would have a job, maybe a small scholarship, so on and so forth. All I need is a job, maybe a job or two jobs. If I can handle it, go ahead, okay? Go ahead. Plus a small scholarship, both from the US and from Hong Kong side of things. And then, I don't know, if my YouTube does well and I start getting monetized, that would be great. I also didn't realize that apparently it's about to be 7th year anniversary of my YouTube channel, and I almost forgot. But, yeah. But that's pretty much it for today. Nothing else. And, yeah. Leslie followed Robin, the director of Neither Donkey Nor Horse, on Instagram. But Robin didn't follow her back. But I just thought to myself, holy shit, why does she have even connections with that guy who is, on the same level as John L., kind of successful? But yeah, anyways, sweet potatoes, leftover steak, spinach salad, dip. Also, another small thing, the Chinese guy in room 1, holy fuck. So, originally, we have this horizontal table in the living room that I eat dinner at every single day. For the first couple months, I sit at the long side, towards the kitchen, but then after seeing him sit at the long side more, I switched, because I don't want to sit at that seat. But the thing with him is that he changes whenever he wants. Same with sponges. So there are 3 sponges by the sink right now, 2 yellow, 1 blue. And they're all probably from Missile or something, I don't know. But he used 2 of those sponges. What the fuck do you need 2 sponges for? And he switches, whenever he feels like it. Oh, it's a Tuesday, let's go blue. But, you can't fucking do that. This house is not yours, okay? pick one and just use it for your own. Pick one seat and use it for your own. So this morning he switched seats again and he's sitting at the short side near the window. So for the last month I've been sitting at the window seat, or for the last couple of weeks anyways. But he is now doing that as well, which is so fucking, it kind of pisses me off, honestly. I'm gonna clean it up and everything. But yeah, and he like wears shoes and wears a whole ass jacket whenever he goes outside, like as if it's just some street corner. Like, bro, it's your home. Treat it with care, please. So yeah, anyways, that's that. Alright, time now is 11:16 a.m. in the morning on April 15th. Yes, holy shit, we're already halfway through April. Fuck, time moves fast. So yeah, slept from 3:40 to actually around 3:45 to 10:45. It was a good sleep. It was like 7 hours, but it felt nice. I had a dream where I had to find a place to piss, but I couldn't find the right bathroom because all the toilet seats are gross and disgusting. And I was like, in this dream world, that is like an amalgamation between an amusement park and LA. And I went to these public bathrooms, but they suck. So I went to these other bathrooms, but they also suck. And I ended up going to this restaurant or this mall where the bathrooms are much fancier and cleaner. Yeah, and apparently I've been to that place before and there's like an element of nostalgia to it. So anyways, that's that. Today's a Monday, so as per usual, CTCS 300. Last night I tried my very best to be as productive as possible. Obviously, it's really hard. I didn't watch any anime at the end, even though it was on my agenda list of things to do. It's so fucking cold. I turned on the heater and the Chinese guy in room 1 immediately, like within seconds, turned it off. But I'm freezing out here. What else? Yeah, so yeah, I finally finished editing Love and Death Commentary Part 2, and I believe the software, Adobe Premiere Pro, crashed at least 10 times when I tried to export that shit. And I tried many different ways to salvage it, or at least like, not make it crash, but it fails every single time. So I resorted to exporting it through Adobe Media Encoder. So that's that. I ended up not doing much for my art history project. I'm still kind of confused. I'm low-key pissed. Like the guy, Jason, the Chinese guy, he's not doing anything. He's doing jack shit. Today is Monday, tomorrow is literally the due date. And you need to write like 4 pages each for each person. So I already came up with an outline for what to write about, but even so, it's a boring fucking assignment because he wanted to do this boring thing and I went along with it. And now it's too late to change it, and I don't want to argue with him. But goddamn, do something, please. I also read the religious textbook, but I didn't read the whole chapter because I ran out of time. So I did a little bit of everything, and I tried my best to do a little bit of everything, but, I kept running out of time. I did edit a college video, but I didn't upload it. But yeah. This morning, the guy from ETC asked me, one more crucial question. Do you have social security number? Fuck, that got me worried, because I don't. Will this affect the hiring process? Hopefully not. I'm gonna try to be as convincing as possible. Like, oh yeah, I don't have one, unfortunately, but, I'm willing to spend some time to go through the process of getting one. And if push comes to shove, like I can work as a volunteer. Don't pay me. Just have me edit that thing. Because the thing is, if I edit that thing and I do well, ETC likes me, they keep hiring me, and then I start getting paid. It's fine. It's fine, okay? I just need a job window to be open, is all. Speaking of job window, I should really start submitting my resumes to, the museum staff and the this and that and this and that. I should really start doing that. Also, my chest is sore, which means a workout last night worked. It's a very mini workout session, but it worked, so that's great. And aside from that, I don't have much else to say. I think I'm gonna go to Ralph's again later today because I'm running out of food again. Lo and behold, of course. But yeah, I don't know. I keep running out of time. I don't have time to draw or read or write scripts or watch movies, as many movies as I wanted to watch anymore. So, yeah, this is bad. I don't know. But yeah, at least I get to watch Squid Game today for class, so that's gonna be fun. I'm interested to try this. Ooh. All right, time now is 8:21 p.m. I'm gonna wrap it up today. Honestly, there isn't a lot to be said or do. So this morning, I felt good. I don't know why, even though it's a little bit less than 7 hours of sleep, but I felt fine. Like, I feel like I've accomplished something in regards to sleeping, and I don't know what it is. Anyways, I look forward to sleeping earlier, even earlier tonight. But so far today has been okay. When I made lunch, I had to make it super fast, and the Chinese guy at Room 1 made lunch exactly in the same time frame as I made lunch. I had to make lunch because I'm in a rush. I need to get outside. He's not in a rush. You don't have classes today, I think. Like, after the meal, he just went back to his room. But anyways, it was a little awkward, but all good. Took the bus, arrived to class right on time. And we watched Squid Game, and it was good. I liked it. And I spoke up a couple times. Very substantive commentary on the accessibility of Squid Game and Squid Game as a means to promote one's culture, the way Koreans, or I guess the creators of Squid Game, promoted Korean culture to the West. I don't know, I just went off and off, and I went on, and I talked about how the log line of this show is probably really simple, like, a couple hundred guys fighting each other to death for money. And the professor corrected me, like, first of all, it's 400. Second of all, there are also women. And I'm like, yeah. But, yeah, it's good. It's fine. It's chill. I didn't sit at the very front. Usually when I'm late, I end up sitting at the very front because people fill up the seats in the back. But this time I was able to sit near center beside Logan, and we talked a little bit. But that's pretty much it. And then I wanted to go to Target to buy the toenail infection thing, and then I'm just too embarrassed to do that. So I directly go to Ralph. So I don't know what to do with my toe. It's hurting really bad, pretty bad, not really bad, not yet. Hopefully it gets better tomorrow. If it doesn't, I'm gonna order it on Amazon, okay? I'll do something about it if it gets worse. But in theory, in 5 days, it should heal. So that's that. Another thing that was quite saddening this morning was ETC asking me if I have a social security number. I don't. So I admitted, hey, I don't have a social security number, unfortunately. And then I got a response almost immediately before I filmed the reviews, because I remember seeing that email and being a little turned off and not, a little sad, a little disappointed. So he responded, the guy responded saying, that's unfortunate. You need to have a social security number to be hired. I appreciate your willingness to volunteer, but unfortunately the time is pressing, and I don't think we can hire you anymore. or something along the lines of that, something along that effect. So that's fucking depressing. The thing is, when I quote unquote applied to be an editor for this, it was like, whatever, screw it, I'm desperate for jobs. But now that I and this person have backed and forth email each other for like a whole week already, it's like, come on. I feel like this is building up to something good. Finally, I'm getting a job. So I replied saying, okay, well, thank you. I'll look into applying for a social security number. In the email, the guy also said, oh, you can visit the Social Security Administration and apply for a social security number. But we'll keep your name on the list in case we need more help in the future. Something like that. And then I thought to myself, that's weird. Because it doesn't work like that. I almost got a social security number back in July last year. I almost became the math tutor for my community college. I didn't get it because I wasn't hired. So I have to be hired first and then get a social security number, and not the other way around. So during class today, I actually looked up the USC website, Office of International Students. I looked up social security number, and boom. In order to apply for social security number, first and foremost, you need an employment letter. So I emailed that guy again, and I was like, hey, by the way, I just checked. Turns out I would need to be hired first, and then I can apply for a social security number. Sure, it's going to take a long time. Getting a social security number will take me at least 2 weeks. But at least, give me an employment letter, because then I will never get hired. Because if I don't get an employment letter, then I'll never be able to apply for a social security number. Then how will I get hired anyways? So the guy responded saying, oh, thanks for letting me know. I didn't know that it is a catch-22 situation. Okay, I'm going to talk to the business office for a while. So hey, there's still a little hope. So hopefully that goes somewhere. But yeah, that's it for today. My hair is terrible. God damn. I don't have much else to say. Once again, I have a lot to do tonight. A lot of homework. Jason, the Chinese guy, is still not doing a single goddamn thing. The due date is tomorrow night. We're fucked. I'm going to write a lot tonight. I don't know about him. If he still doesn't do anything, I'm going to fucking complain. I'm going to tell the teacher. And tell the professor or the TA, okay? The thing is, the TA is Korean and the professor is Hong Konger. Y'all Chinese people don't stand a chance, okay? So, yeah. Speaking of which, today after seeing Squid Game and after, mentioning how Squid Game is like a means for South Korea to promote their culture to the West, I start to once again think about how I want to present Hong Kong culture. Because I feel like I love artsy movies, but the thing is, if I make artsy movies about Hong Kong, set in Hong Kong, it's not going to have as much of an impact as Squid Game did. Because people in general don't like artsy movies. Only cinephiles do. Um, so it can't be me. I can't be the one to do it. Maybe I can be part of it. Like if like Hong Kong Squid Game comes out, like a Squid Game equivalent of Hong Kong comes out. Like if there's a TV show that's super accessible and mainstream, like I'm fine being like a co-writer or like a director on it. But like ultimately, I don't want to be a mainstream guy. Someone else has to do it for me. And that leads to the other thing, and that is I make movies not only because I'm passionate about filmmaking. A lot of people, a lot of cinephiles love movies because they're passionate about it. But I'm on another level. I do it for vengeance. I do it to fight the Chinese government. So, like, in a lineup of 10 film students, some people decide to study film because it's cool. Some people decide to study film because it's their life. Some people decide to study film because they want to save their community. I'm that kind. Like, I have a better reason to make movies and be successful than a lot of other people. I highly doubt that there are a lot of people like me who's trying to make films to, like, save my community. I don't know how much I can do, but I'll do my best. Because that's literally the reason I exist. It's so dramatic, but it feels so good. It feels so right. But that's something. Went to Ralph's, came back, easy peasy. I'm dying of hunger right now, so yay. But yeah, another thing I forgot to mention was that earlier this morning, apparently HKSA announced that they're going to have their final general meeting of the semester tomorrow night at 7 p.m. And lo and freaking behold, it's going to be a Cantonese class led by Stephanie, the Hong Konger girl I met earlier in the semester. And I'm debating myself whether I want to go or not because I want to go and take a peek, but A, it's embarrassing for her and embarrassing for me, less so for me. I'm just a bystander. B, I have an art history group project to finish. So my strategy is I'm going to go there, take a peek, go back home, have dinner, and work on my group project. AS freaking AP. So that's the thing. Yay. Okay, time now is 7:50 on April 16th. Oh my god. I'm so sleepy, I'm so cold, I'm so tired, I'm dying, basically. I'm fucking dying. My original plan is to sleep at around 3 a.m. or 3:30. I went to bed at 4:50. Wow, holy shit. So I slept for less than 3 hours just now. Why? Well, because I'm suicidal. I was gonna go to bed at 4 a.m. I took a shower and everything. 4 a.m. is already really late. But the thing is, after I had dinner last night, my belly, my tummy, my stomach already started to feel bad. And I thought I could just wait it out and then it's gonna be fine. Like the pain is gonna go away, but no, it's not. With a pain like this, I won't be able to fall asleep anyways. So I admitted defeat, and at 4 a.m. I woke up again. More like I left the bed and I went to the bathroom, and then I had to take a shower again. So I took a shower twice last night. So, yeah. So that's great. I've slept for less than 3 hours, and thank God I didn't have to do the presentation today, because if I had to do it, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna need a lot of caffeine later, that's for sure, if I wanna stay awake. Um, I wanna sleep, like go back to sleep today afternoon, but I can't because there's just so much to do in life and shit. Like, you know, you know, like homework, So I don't think I can even do that now, you know. I don't even know if I have the time to spare to go to the HKSA meeting at 7 p.m. because I have the art history group project. Jason still has done zero things. Like, he hasn't written a single fucking word in that document, by the way, which is amazing. He's gonna do the entire homework like tonight. I wrote maybe a few more paragraphs last night, but oh my god, I have a lot to crank. The deadline is tonight. So, yeah. Okay, time now is 4:19 p.m. I just quote unquote woke up. So let's talk about the first half of today, and then I'll figure out the rest of the day. Um yeah, so um today morning was fucking garbage. Man, holy shit. I woke up and I felt so bad. I felt dizzy and everything slow. I mean, I feel dizzy and everything slow now also. Um, I ate the rainbow donut thing and then I left. And once again, bus 38 has gone insane. I don't know when is it coming. So at around 8:23 a.m. I went outside and I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to predict that bus 38 still adheres to the 2050 rule, and that is I either arrive at the bus stop at 8:20 or 8:50 or 9:20 or 9:50. And the bus will be late, maybe 3 to 4 to maybe 6 to 7 minutes, but it's going to come around that time frame. So I arrived at 8:23 and um no, the bus didn't show up. And even for a split second, the transit app showed that the bus is coming, but of course it didn't come because, of course, the transit app is always fucking lying. So I just waited there for half a fucking hour. I just stood there. Look, man, I just slept for less than 3 hours. I'm tired as fuck. I'm not walking to school. Fuck you. There's another guy who waited for the bus with me. He gave up and he just called a Lyft or an Uber or whatever. And I just stood there and waited and waited and waited. And finally at 8:53 a.m., the bus finally showed up. Just fuck you. Whoever designed the bus, whoever came up with this, whoever is the CEO of Los Angeles Bus, needs an ass whooping. Okay? Needs to be pressed. Charges need to be pressed against him. So anyways, I got onto the bus and then I arrived at SCA, and then Claire, the TA, the Chinese woman, texted me asking me when am I gonna come, or like, are you coming to class today? And I'm like, yes, fuck. So I went to the Coffee Bean and I ordered my coffee, hot mocha, regular. And then maybe I'm too sleepy, maybe I'm just insane, but I got my cup of coffee and then I left. I entered the class, I drank it. What the fuck? This isn't mocha. This is latte. This is fucking latte. They either got my order wrong or I took somebody else's cup. Either way, it's not the coffee I wanted to drink. It's not the sweet, sugary thing I wanted. But I drank it all anyways. During break, I grabbed 2 packs of brown sugar and I just poured it in and I mixed it and it's fine. Whatever. Fuck it. Latte is fine. I need to get used to latte anyways. I'm already used to mocha. I just need to get used to latte at this point. Um, but yeah, the class. So surprisingly, despite having slept almost zero, almost no sleep, less than 3 hours, right? Maybe it's because of the coffee. I didn't fall asleep once or even want to fall asleep during the world building class or the art history class. Um, so yeah. And also I kept checking, like I kept checking the Google Doc, the art history class Google Doc, the art history group project Google Doc to see if Jason, the Chinese guy, has written anything. He hasn't. We're at like 10 fucking hours away from the deadline and he still hasn't written a fucking word. This is amazing. So during art history class, I actually I was debating myself whether I should go up to the TA or the professor and report his ass. I asked Michelle if I should do that, and Michelle's like, "Yeah, of course you should, but it's your choice." And I thought to myself, "Well, might as well." So the TA immediately left, so I just went up to the professor and just told her. And the professor was like, "Well, just submit whatever you have and keep reminding him, you know. But if he still doesn't do anything, then just submit whatever you have." So that's great. So now I have exemption. I have exclusivity. If my document comes off kind of weird, well, it's because, my group mate has gone MIA. More on that later. So after class, I left, went back home, and lo and behold, stomachache strikes again. I don't know what's wrong. Maybe it's stomach flu. Maybe finally I have stomach flu, but, Sunday noon, and then last night, and then today, I kept going to the bathroom. And since I've gone to the bathroom, might as well take a shower. And since I've taken a shower, might as well go for a re-sleep, even though I literally just drank a huge cup of latte and I probably can't sleep. And boom, I can't fucking sleep. So I just laid on my bed for an hour. But it felt good. It's nice laying on my bed and not doing anything, but I still feel tired. You probably can't tell because I'm all energetic. Yay, haha, woohoo, but no, I'm actually gonna die. And once the caffeine fades away tonight, I'm actually gonna turn into a zombie. So I'm excited for that. Also, my voice is, I don't know. I feel like my voice has been raspy for the most part in the last 4 months. Where's the deep voice? Where's deep voice Enoch? Where is he? Anyways, I just quote unquote woke up and Jason suddenly said, "Hey, I just finished writing it." And I checked the Google Doc and he really did write a lot of shit for the group project all of a sudden out of nowhere. And the English is really good. So now I'm wondering if it's made with ChatGPT. If it is, well, either way, you're fucked because I'm going to write, in the bottom of the page, part A is authored by Enoch, part B is authored by Jason. If they run this paper through a AI detecting machine and they find out that Jason used AI, well, he's screwed. I'm not screwed, okay? Also, I think the fact that I told the professor that Jason hasn't written a single word, and then suddenly Jason still turned out to have written all this stuff, apparently, at least the professor will be suspicious. But either way, I've done the right thing. I've done my best and I've done the right thing. You know, if only I was teamed up with someone else. If I was teamed up with Carter or Bridget, the Malaysian girl, like, it would have been just better, you know? Like, even Wendy, the Chinese girl, the quiet girl who sits in front of the class all the time, like, it's ironic. Like, I'd rather team up with a white person than just this Chinese guy. The cultural connection isn't a thing anymore, you know? But yeah, so right now, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna continue to do homework. I'm gonna finish that religion chapter 1 and 2. If I can finish chapters 1 and 2, that would be great. Um, I'm going to finish that art history group project, do the best that I can, whatever, right? Um, and then, I think I still have some time. If I can finish the group project before 6 p.m., I think I have time to just go out tonight and check out HKSA group meeting. Yeah, might as well. So I'm gonna just check out, I'm gonna take a peek, and then I'm gonna come back home, you know. Simple, whatever. I just wanna know how awkward and chaotic it's gonna be. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Not looking forward to tomorrow at all. Like, but the thing I look forward to is sleeping, of course. So hopefully I go to bed at 3 a.m. tonight. 3 a.m. Wake up at 10:45. That would be nearly 8 hours. That would have been golden, in my opinion. So please go to bed at 3 a.m. Otherwise, I'm gonna die. You know. So yeah, I'm gonna make myself some noodles now with egg and spam, and it's gonna be great. Okay, I'm just curious on what is up with HKSA, but this feels wrong. I feel like I'm gonna embarrass myself by going into that room. I don't know. I'm kind of doubting myself. What is this? What is happening? I don't know. It's in that room, I think. Bruh, that was fucking insufferable. I had to find the perfect moment to escape. That room was fucking locked on all four sides. Fuck me. Alright, time now is 11:57 p.m. So let's talk about the second half of the day real quick. Yeah, so I went to the HKSA meeting, and oh my god, was that a humongous fucking mistake, because that was a cringe fest disaster. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Also, the sleepiness is beginning to hit me, and I don't feel so good. Like, I'm also drinking a lot of water just now because maybe my dinner was just really salty, but I don't know. I don't feel so well, honestly. Also, like, my toe was fucking hurting. So, anyways, I'm like, you know what? Screw it. Let's go back to USC campus and check it out. Doesn't hurt, you know. I'm just gonna be a fly on the wall. So at around 6 something p.m. I left, and then I realized, well, fuck. The bus just left because bus 38 is insane. But hey, it's after 6 p.m., so I'm gonna call Lyft. So I called a Lyft for free, and arrived at USC campus at around 7:20ish. I went to DMC. I went to the second floor. I went to room 203, and there they are. Holy fuck! And right off the bat, I already had second thoughts about leaving, because it's like an enclosed classroom, and it's not like a lecture hall where you can just leave, and it's not like that big of a deal, because the exit is really far away. But this is like an enclosed classroom where there's only one entrance/exit, and it's right beside the like where the speaker is at. So if you leave, it's very fucking obvious. So I took a peek and I immediately left. But I didn't know what to do at that point. And then some guy, I think it's the president of HKSA, he came out of the door and he's like, hey, come in, you know. I'm like, okay. And he's like, oh, you want boba? And I'm like, no, I'm good. So I came in and I saw fucking Stephanie just standing out there beside the screen, like doing a presentation with a whole PowerPoint slide talking about Cantonese and where it came from and like some just southern China stuff like that. And it was so bad. So I sat down at the side, and at first I thought, okay, I'm just gonna chill. If I'm not embarrassed, if I don't act embarrassed, then I'm not embarrassing. Okay? It's all about the act. It's not about how I feel. It's about the act. And also, I can be like, just chill. Just look at my own phone and just, not care about a thing. And so I looked around me and there were like maybe 15, 16 people, maybe nearly 20 people, maybe even more than 20 people, I don't know. But they're all like young, bright, extroverted teenagers or like young adults in short sleeved shirts. They're all laughing out loud and I'm trying to look for another introvert, but no, there's none. So everyone here are either friends of Stephanie's or friends of the president or the e-board of HKSA or the e-board itself. And I'm just like, holy shit, I'm so out of place. I'm so awkward. And Stephanie's so awkward because, like, why the hell would she randomly decide to do this? Ooh, let's hold a Cantonese class. Like, this must be a truth or dare thing. Like, somebody dared her to do this. Or maybe she lost a bet or something. So there were a couple moments where it's clearly like an inside joke. And also, Stephanie started teaching Cantonese, and it's like a little awkward hearing Cantonese being used with English at the same time. It's like, ooh, what's happening? And then she started talking about how, oh, here are some Cantonese, like, this is the Cantonese word for French kiss. This is the Cantonese word for flirting. This is a Cantonese word for whatever. And it's just like, it's getting more and more awkward. I can't be here. So immediately I started thinking of how am I going to leave this place? Because I can't fucking stand it no more. And it kept going and going and going. And I was still struggling. I thought to myself, okay, I could stay longer, it's fine. Just gotta stay quiet. But the more I stay quiet, the more self-aware I become. I'm aware of how quiet I am. They must think I'm stupid. They must think I'm annoying. Oh my god, I need to leave. This is not it. And then there are a couple moments where some guys in front of me, they're like, yeah, let's do a group activity. And because in the PowerPoint it says, oh, the Cantonese word for French kiss is blah blah blah. Yeah, let's try that. As a joke, of course. But it's those moments where it's like, oh my god, I don't want to get involved with anything, and everyone here's so involved, and I feel so out of place, and I'm like, holy shit. So, and Stephanie's probably thinking, okay, this Enoch guy, I met him twice, and he's suddenly here after all these months, and he's like stalking me? Like, what is he doing? And when I came in, I thought I would meet Bin, the Taiwanese dude, who I had a small chat with, like a small nice chat with. I thought that maybe I would meet some Hong Kongers that I, gained connections with in the first meeting. But no, nobody like that showed up. Everyone just, everyone's friends here. So at some point when there were a couple guys in front of me and they went up to Stephanie and they were writing something on the blackboard, and I thought to myself, okay, it's now or never. It's now or never. The moment they turn around and it becomes like a presentation and everyone has the focus on the blackboard, I'm screwed. At that moment, everyone's focus was a little loose. So I thought to myself, okay, I gotta fucking bounce. So there's a guy in front of me, another guy. I was like, hey, excuse me, I'm gonna just sneak out. And he's like, okay. And I just fucking sneaked out. I immediately left. And I could have just called a lift, but I was so fucking absorbed by that. I had to listen to music, so I spent like the next 20 something minutes just waiting at the bus stop listening to music and then waiting for the bus to get back home. Holy balls, was that bad. And I thought the APCA presidential election was bad. This is fucking terrible. This is horrible. Holy balls. Like, oh my god, I don't think I'll ever go to any of these HKSA meetings ever again because it's terrible. This is like the worst situation to be at. Oh my god. Like, Jesus. I know I'm an introvert and I know I'm bad at social situations, but in the last couple of years I've improved, right? But this is too much. This is so much. And I don't know why exactly it is it. Like, there definitely have been moments where I'm dumped on a film set where I don't know anyone, like when I was on that quote unquote AFI shoot, or when I was on the LMU shoot, and I don't know anyone. I know a couple people. Like AFI shoot, I didn't know a single soul, but like I was still able to get along because filmmaking, we all got shit to do. But it's events like this that really just saps the soul out of me, and it's so fucking bad. It's like, Jesus Christ, this is terrible. Everyone's so extroverted and bright, and everyone's so, let's party and drink and let's fuck. It's just, Jesus, take me out of there right now. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I will never go to any of these meetings again unless I know 3 or more people who's also gonna come with me. Like, in a different world, like let's say it's like back in secondary school, it's a club meeting and I and Nick are in the club. Like, that's enough. That's enough of a reason for me to be there, because even if I don't know anyone, I can keep joking around with Nick and we can be like a team. And even if it's like Thomas, I and Thomas, we ran script writing club together. If I was the only person doing it, it would have been a fucking disaster. I wouldn't be able to do it. And if Thomas was the only person, he would probably not be able to do it. We sort of had to rely on each other. So this is fucking awful. I knew Stephanie, but I don't know her. I still don't trust her, So I left and, yeah. And immediately, Equo DM'd me saying, oh, do you want to go to the APCA banquet? And I'm like, sure. Because he's going to, so... Okay. I trust Equo more. Equo is probably in the top 3 most trusted person now on my trusted person list in USC, I guess, if there is this kind of list. What's the top 3? The thing is, I don't actually know that many people in USC right now. Like, I'm kind of distant from everyone still. In terms of students, I guess the 3 people that I talk to the most, that I'm the most comfortable talking to, is actually Equo, Glenn. Who is number 3? Jesus, my belly is hurting again. Is it stomach flu? Like, what's wrong with me? Oh my god. Okay. What's number 3? Rachel? Probably her. Yeah. But like, Jesus, today was terrible. Anyways, went back home, spent a little time not doing anything, and then I cooked dinner. And then I finished dinner, I immediately finished my art history group project, and I'm done. I'm so tired, mentally exhausted. I have no idea how am I going to read 1.5 chapters in my religion textbook, by the way. I don't have that kind of energy, and then I will have to watch 2 episodes of Shogun, which is, again, I'm so tired. I just want to sleep. But, Jesus. I feel sick. I don't know why. I feel like I want to throw up. A little bit. Yeah. So that's that. Also, is my acne back? Where did this too come from? Like, I feel like a lot of things in my body is not going well right now. Maybe it's the stress. But I'm doing well, though. Like, aside from last night, I think in general, I've been doing a little bit better in terms of sleeping. So I don't know what's going on. Jesus. Oh yeah, I also spent a good deal of time today afternoon talking to Naja about because Crucio posted a couple posters alive for the short films Alive and Wow. Which is, by the way, just to remind you of the chronology of the community college film program. Spring 2022 Alive, Fall 2022 Wow, Spring 2023 Ends and Means, Fall 2023 Passed Over, Spring 2024, the one that's happening right now, is called The Hunch. So Alive is something that's been in the works for a long time, and according to Naja, it's not even done. And it's so fucking crazy that even though I'm this fringe guy, and I'm one of Crucio's enemies, you know, I'm battling against him, I still have so much fucking connections. I know Naja, and I trust her a lot. Naja is literally the final stage for WoW and Alive. Like, she did all of the post sound. She did dialogue editing, Foley sound effects, all that jazz for WoW and Alive. So I have the direct freaking intel on how a WoW and Alive are doing. And Naja's really nice about it because she trusts me. So it's kind of crazy actually. So WoW is done, but Alive is still not over, and because no one's working on Alive. Alive doesn't have any post production money, so the post sound company is willing to do post sound for free, if only a student also worked for it for free. So Naja is doing an unpaid internship, and it's 1 day per week, meaning that Naja will work on Alive as like an internship, free volunteer job thing, 1 day per week. So it's going to take forever. And it's not like Naja can take it back to her home or anything because it's school property, it's college property. So Alive will never come out until months later. But hey, you know, Naja was like, hey, next Monday, you know, just remind me to send you some WoW and Alive clips, but I got some clips, and I'm like, sure. And then I sent Naja some Passover clips because I secretly filmed some when Kiara and Cliff showed me, which is another crazy thing is tons of people from Passover don't even see Passover. You know, they haven't seen footage from it. I have, even though I'm not even in the fucking class. I was in Hong fucking Kong when they were filming Passover, and because of my connections, I was able to see it. That's how fucking powerful I am. Like, in the world of Santa Monica, I'm actually really resourceful, but in USC, I'm just a small potato, a small bean, you know. I still have ways to go. But yeah, that's that. And then there's The Hunch, which Naja has not even heard anything about, but because I know Elin and Takumi, I was able to gather some intel as well. So it's all very intriguing, right? But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. I look forward to sleeping a lot tomorrow, and I hope there's some kind of update to the ETC editing job, because I desperately need an employment, and nothing else. I don't really have a lot to look forward to in life other than more school, more, more school and more movies, and just non-stop rinse, wash, repeat. I don't know, I feel like round 3 was school, movies. I mean, movies and school are the same thing at that point. And filmmaking and watching films, and then also Leslie. But now that Leslie and romance is out of the question, I really don't care anymore. Also, I find myself caring less and less about romance in the last few weeks or even months. And it's been something that I've been training myself to do, since November last year. It's like, hey, let's forget about romance, okay? Fuck that. I think back in, I forgot, was it summer of 2022? I was already telling myself things like, you know what, let's forget about romance. Let's just don't think about it. you know. But obviously, the more I say, let's don't think about it, the more I think about it, right? But the thing is, right now, I really begin to realize that it's actually not a big deal. A, it's not a rush. B, if I never fall in love, then, like, so be it. The thing is, if I'm thirsty, I take a drink. If I'm not thirsty, I don't take a drink. Right? I don't drink. I don't take a sip. Now, instead of thirsting for water, now it's romanticizing over a girl. Or falling in love with a girl. Right? Or having a crush on a girl. Or developing feelings for the girl. Same principle, honestly. Same. If I fall in love with someone, then I need to take action. I need to talk to her. I need to do something about it. If not, why bother? Why force myself to drink water when I'm not even thirsty? You know? It's not like I need it or anything. Sure, water. If I don't drink water for 3 days, I die. If I don't fall in love in 3 days, I don't. If I don't fall in love in 3 months or 3 years or 3 decades, I don't. It's not that important at the end of the day. I'm honestly, and besides, again, like, I'm not even doing that well. Sure, I'm working on myself. I'm working out. I'm shaving. Not now, but I will, you know. My hair is a little bit of a mess right now, but, you know, it's something different, right? I'm working on myself. I'm working on my confidence, my fashion. Sure, I'm working on my, you know, connecting, my social skills, you know, despite the fact that the HKSA meeting was a horrible experience. But, you know, yes, I'm working on things, but I'm still not there yet. I feel like even if I fall in love with someone now, I'm still not going to be prepared. I'm still a fucking mess, as you can probably tell. I'm still a mess. I'm very broke. If I find a girl, I will have to spend money and treat her to things. Buy her gifts and buy her food and shit like that. And it's going to be very financially consuming. If it goes down traditionally, that is. So, I'm not even ready yet. So, like, who cares, bro? Who cares? If I don't fall in love in 2024, it doesn't really matter. All that matters is I'm doing good on film. You know, I'm making something good. I'm making something interesting. I'm working towards, you know, better filmmaking. I'm climbing the ladder of the film industry. That's the most important thing in my life. Film is above everything else. Like, film is more important than relationships. I used to say film was more important than my health, but after what happened last year, I'd say it's side by side. Even though right now I clearly value film over health, but it shouldn't be like that. But the truth is, again, like, there's no urgency to it, really. You know, there are tons of people out there who has been single all their lives till they're 25 or 26. So what? Like, if you laugh at me for being single or virgin, then you're childish. And the thing is, we're in college right now, and people shouldn't be childish. People should also respect people's sexual orientation and their romantic orientation, as in, maybe I'm not fully romantic, you know? Like, sure, I fall in love before, but very rarely to the point where it almost, like, if it was a spectrum, right? I'm, like, not fully romantic. I'm romantically dormant. Like a volcano is sometimes it's dormant, sometimes it's awake. I'm always romantically dormant, inactive. So I'm a semi-romantic, meaning that sometimes I'm aromantic and I just develop friendships with people. Sometimes I am, but very rarely. I'm demi-romantic, like, you know, it's whatever, who cares, right? So, it doesn't really matter, honestly. It doesn't really matter anymore. I think that's a good thing. I don't know. The devils are speaking to me, right? The devils are telling me, oh no, but, you know, look at all the people around you. Look at Natalie. Look at Natalie's on her 5th boyfriend. And Pink, apparently, I think Pink has just gotten another boyfriend. Pink is on her 6th or something. And then this is on her something's boyfriend. And Marty had a girlfriend and Marty broke up with that girlfriend. And then apparently AJ, who has been like this very socially awkward nerd for such a long time, apparently he's got a girlfriend. And, you know, my cousin's got a girlfriend. And in no time, my brother's gonna get one. And, like, Potter got a girlfriend now. Like, it's like, oh my god, but I'm left out. But that's the devil speaking, though, isn't it? Why is everything girlfriend, girlfriend, girlfriend? Flip the question around. Flip it around. Short films. Has Potter made a short film? No. Has Natalie made a short film? No. But sure, they're not filmmakers. But imagine telling people, oh, you have made a short film. Okay, now imagine telling people, oh, yeah, I've made 2 short films. Okay, now imagine saying, I've made 3. Imagine saying, I've made 4. Imagine saying, I've made 5. Imagine saying, I've made 6. Imagine saying, I've made 7. 7 on my belt. Elin said the same thing to me. Like, I talked to Elin back in Victor's birthday party, and I was like, man, you started doing PD way earlier than I did, and I feel like, you know, you got a head start and everything. And she's like, oh, but no, you know, you've made like 7 short films. Like, you also got a lot of experience. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. I mean, come on. A lot of people wish they could be me. A lot of people are struggling. Oh, I haven't made my first short film yet. You know, that woman, Mimi, the Vietnamese American woman who's making this short film about a Ukrainian refugee or whatever. She's trying to make her first short film ever, and she's 40 something. I'm 21. I've made 7. Average that out. That's 1 short film per 3 years of my life. If I started making short films when I was 3 and I kept doing that, you know, that's actually wild as fuck. And, you know, pick me up and drop me onto a film set. I can handle myself. Sure, I'm not an expert, but name, you know, in the entire world of conspiracies, you know, we got handsome volleyball academic genius lolly attractor Kingsley here, okay? We got, you know, the successful, the infamous, everybody wants some Natalie. You know, we got all these people. Put them in a film set. They're gonna freak out. They're gonna fucking freak out, right? I'm not. And I know film is like very niche, you know. I'm not mad that I don't know how to play basketball. You know. But like, it's more about artistry and creativity. You know. When it comes to creativity, maybe I'm good at it. Maybe I'm more creative than the average person. And you know what? That's fucking cool. I should keep that as a card. You know. So yeah, all in all, what I'm trying to say is, I don't have a girlfriend, so what? You know. Honestly, I don't even have the energy. I just want to sleep. I just want to finish my projects and papers and final exams and go to fucking bed. I'm tired. I don't even have the energy to care about that. I just don't. I'm sorry. Even if I have a girlfriend, I'm just gonna leave her hanging because I just don't have the time. I just want to sleep. Sleep would bring me the greatest joy right now. If I could sleep 10 hours per day, 30 days in a row, Oh, when summer begins, by the way, I'm going to sleep so much. I'm going to sleep non-stop. It's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna sleep, 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 sleep. It's gonna be amazing. But yeah. Also, by the way, back in forms 4 and 5, I would be like, man, I have so few Instagram followers. People keep unfollowing me, and I try to keep track of who unfollowed me because I want to know who hates me, but I was just being paranoid. But I would see people like Natalie. Natalie has more followers than me. Guess what? I have more followers than Natalie as of now. Natalie's on 440 something. For some reason, over the last couple of years, her follower count didn't rise too much. I don't know why. I don't know what happened to her. I'm at 499 right now. About to hit 500. I've already hit 500, but some of my followers are bots. But still, I already made it past Natalie. I'm just gonna keep getting better. It's only uphill from here. So, I don't know. It's just, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Great. Another one. While I'm watching my TV. Oh, Jesus Christ. There it is, you fucker. There it is, you fucker. Yeah, sure, whatever. Okay. Oh, motherfucker. Let me squeeze a little bit of this soap on you. And you're dead. Okay. Alright, time now is 11:28 a.m. in the morning on April 17th. Yeah, so I slept from 3:50 to 11, and then I went back to sleep a little bit more until like 11:15. Yeah, so even though I broke the 4 a.m. curse, I'm still sleeping very near 4 a.m. Last night, was it productive? Was it not? Not really. I did finish the art history group project, which was a miracle. I honestly thought I wouldn't be able to finish it, but I did. Um, and somehow Jason pulled off, he pulled it off. He was able to write all of this stuff in the matter of seconds, which is fucking hilarious. I placed them all in a Word file, I sent it in and turned it in, and boom, you know. So, yeah. So, we'll see. I almost feel a little bad for, reporting him to the professor. But at the same time, I don't, because I feel like any normal person in my position would also do the same. You know, oh shit, the deadline is literally 10 hours later, and my partner hasn't written a single word, you know. So I don't know, we'll see. But I also did a little laundry last night. As you can see, I'm wearing different clothes now, and that laundry probably took some time. Thankfully, it didn't last till 4 a.m. The laundry lasted till 3:20 ish. I also watched Shogun episode 1 and the first 10 minutes of episode 2. I didn't read the religion textbook at all. Fuck, but it's okay. I'll just read more today and tomorrow. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. But I feel good ish. That's about 7 hours of sleep. It's good. Hopefully I go to bed early tonight. 3 a.m. maybe, perhaps? Oh, it's gonna be tough though, because I have movies to watch and shit. But, yeah. Yeah. Um, I also found out that the Hong Kong version of the Evangelion Blu-ray also doesn't have the Fly Me to the Moon ending. I was gonna ask my mom to get it for me, and it's like a deal, a good deal. It was $203 US. It was 1,500 bucks Hong Kong, but it's a good deal. 200 for such a good set. It turns out it doesn't even have Fly Me to the Moon, so fuck. I don't know. I'm not gonna buy that then. Just a side thought. But yeah, nothing else. So today, Wednesday, CTCS 394. I'm gonna get through the class. I'm not gonna skip the film. I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna start reading my religion textbook and also start reading some CTCS 394 readings as per planned in my schedule. I made a day by day studying plan, by the way. A few days ago, I made a day by day studying plan so that I know, how to time all of these, studies. And, I'm going to do that. Nothing else. Yeah, I want to call Cedric again. If Cedric isn't interested in talking to me at all, I'm gonna keep just fucking talking to him. Yeah, talking about my deep thoughts and feelings on life and my philosophies. If it annoys him, then he'll say it. If it doesn't, then I'll just keep doing it because, well, why not, I'll eat a slice of peach pie for breakfast. For lunch, I got some sandwiches from Ralph's, and then I'm good to go. Yeah, it's crazy how for the last I think 3 days I haven't used my orange laptop at all. When I migrated all my YouTube videos and all my YouTube my YouTube folder from the orange laptop to this, I only need this from now on. Of course, there are still things I need to copy from the old laptop to the new one, but, I mean, it's almost done, so, jeez. Yeah, that's all I need to say. Not my goofy ass realizing that I have 5 fucking chapters to read from a book, and a book in the Bible, and another book in the Bible, plus 2 whole chapters from another book, also for religion class. This is fucking insane. There's so much to read. So I'm gonna have dinner in my room. Good old minced beef, corn, pea, carrot, tomato paste, rice. Yes. Okie dokie, time now is 11:17 p.m. Yeah, let's talk about today real quick. I went to school. I was right on time. I was gonna take the 120 bus, but then I resorted to taking the 150 bus. And again, I say 150, but it's not really 150. It's late for 3 or 4 minutes. I left the apartment around 1:42. And I was just gonna walk to school, and then I realized maybe it's just a better choice to just wait for the bus. So I just waited at the bus stop, and in the transit app, you can actually see where the bus is, approximately. So I was able to deduce, okay, maybe I'll just wait a couple minutes and the bus will show up, and it did. So the time estimation is whack. It's off the charts, but the geographical approximation was pretty spot on. I arrived in class and I was right on time, which is first time in a long time for CTCS 394. I sat down and the sign-up sheet was passed around in the beginning of the class, and Equo said that he's not going to show up today, so I'm going to sign in for him. And then Rachel was here. I saw her, but I didn't say a single word to her. And she said the sign-up sheet didn't even go past her. So I had to sign in all 3 names. But the great thing is I'm sitting near the back, so I literally grabbed 3 pens and I just signed all 3 names. And then today's a double feature, so the professor decided to screen 2 films instead of 1. Which is Go Fish, the first one, and the second one is The Watermelon Woman. I left after the first one. I fell asleep so many times in the first film, and it was so incredibly boring, and I'm so tired, and I went home, which is great. So I went home, and the CTSCS 300 discussion is over Zoom, and that's fucking great because now I have a little time, to, change my clothes, wash my face and hair, set up my laptop, clean my laptop, everything like that. And then lo and behold, holy testicles. So not only did I plan to do CTCS 39, so every single day I give myself 2 school-related tasks. And today it is read the readings from week 1 of CTCS 394, plus read 2 chapters from American Jesus, which is the book I had to read for my book report for my religion class. And then I was like, oh yeah, tomorrow's religion class, and aside from the book report, there's also the stuff I need to read for tomorrow's class. And turns out the shit I need to read for tomorrow is 5 chapters from another book called Apocalyptic Jesus, which is also about Jesus. And then the entire book of First Thessalonians, and then various chapters in the book of Revelations. So holy shit. And then I realized there's still a ton of shit I also need to do. Like, I still need to finish Shogun episode 2. I need to watch Peng Joonho's The Host. And I want to edit the college update video. I still have job applications to do. Like, holy crap, So, and also still no news from ETC. If it falls through, if it collapses, I definitely need a backup choice. So I really want that museum job. Even though it has nothing to do with film. I kind of like that. So yeah, on a whim, I decided to cook dinner and then bring it to the room and eat it while reading. And it helps. I don't know, for some reason, when I'm just reading it is bad. Like, I feel tired and exhausted and I'm distracted. And I'm constantly tempted to just take my phone and just scroll through Instagram or Twitter just for a little bit. But when I'm eating and I'm looking at the screen, I'm very, encouraged. I'm very engaged. So, yeah. But that's fucking crazy. Is it gonna be even worse next semester? Like, is it gonna be even worse next semester in that I have to read even more? So this semester it's already, like, a lot for me. I never realized, or I've never been in a semester where it's nothing but reading for the most part. There are more readings to do outside of class than there are things to do within class. It's like the classes are like it's almost like 80% of the time we allocated to a course is just reading at home, and 20% is actually attending classes and doing exams and assignments. It's like reading is like the main course now. It's kind of ridiculous. And again, that is given that I don't need to do readings for CTCS 300 because it's not going to affect me. 394, I have to read them, but so far I haven't read one single fucking article from 394. Religion class, honestly, I read some, I don't read some, but because of these reading quizzes, I have to read them now. I fucking have to. And also the book report. And then the other class is art history, which I also don't do the readings for, but even if I do, it probably wouldn't help much because the midterms are like very easy. If you listen during class, you're good. But either way, that's that. So yeah, that's it for today. I think my toe is feeling a little better. So that's good. But yeah. I also found pink mold in the bottom of the mug, which I use to brush my teeth. So that's bad, and I cleaned it up and everything, but holy crap. That was gross as fuck. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know why, but I've been very thirsty in the last couple of days. And also, another thought I had was because I just read, so far I've already read 3 chapters of the Apocalyptic Jesus, which is great. I have 5 chapters to read. I'm done with 3 chapters. I'm gonna read 2 more of this, and I read 1.5 more on American Jesus. Maybe I'm gonna read all the Revelation chapters. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna read Thessalonians. I can just read it on the bus and before class. Gonna leave some for tomorrow morning, right? And also, good thing is a 394 week one. There are no readings, so I can just, wait until a few days later to start studying 394. But yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. See, memory loss. So I was gonna say memory loss. So I have memory loss while filming this video. But really, what I wanted to say is that I have memory loss issues or memory issues. I feel like my memory is getting worse and worse. I don't really know why. So I read the book, or I read 3 chapters off of Apocalyptic Jesus. And I looked away, and then I thought to myself, what did I just read? What did I just read about? And then I realized, holy shit, I just forgot, like immediately. So I read it, and then it's gone. It's gone from the short-term memory. And I don't know why is that. Since when has my memory become that bad? And I realized that this is something that's been slowly and gradually becoming more and more of an issue since like 2 years ago. But I think partially it's because of no sleep. I think sleep is incredibly important to memory. The fact that I'm not sleeping a lot kind of ruined it a little bit. Second of all, I'm not as smart as I used to be, man. In secondary school, with all the math exams and all the thinking, I was actually way smarter when I was younger. I feel like I'm less smart now. Also, finally, I want to say that today Pepper randomly DM'd me, and at first I thought it was a scam. I read it. Turns out she is chosen to be an assistant producer for some film, like some short film, and or maybe it's a feature film. But first of all, holy balls, Pepper's going places. She's doing even better than I am. Okay, which is respectable, commendable. She's a hustler. But she essentially sent me this crowdfunding campaign website from Seed and Spark, and asked me to follow it or share it or donate it, whatever. No, she didn't ask me to share it. She just asked me to follow it, and I'm like, sure, okay, no problem. So I followed it. At first, I thought she's making her own feature film, and I'm like, whoa, you're only 21, But anyways, later I found Jonathan posting on Instagram like, hey, my good friend Pepper is producing this film and blah blah blah, please support. And I'm like, wow, goddamn, he is nice. The thought of sharing this never even crossed my mind. So I'm like, okay, fine, I'll follow suit. So I made an Instagram story just posting it about Pepper's script. Pepper's short film, or the short film Pepper's producing. And Pepper thanked me for it and everything. And then Jing Chen, the Malaysian guy, saw it and was like, hey, do they need still photographers? And then I'm like, okay, let me ask her. I asked Pepper. Pepper said she doesn't know, it's still in pre-production. And I told Jing Chen it's still in pre-production. But yeah, so that's something. I want to be on more film sets. It's actually kind of impressive how even Pepper is doing well. Even like Alba is doing things, joining projects. Like, people are so damn proactive. Like, I want to do that too, but also I've locked myself in a bit of a trap where I have nothing but academia, reading religious textbooks. I think I'm gonna drink some soda later. I don't know.